Neymar's back in the news after being criticised by his compatriot, former Liverpool player Fabio Aurelio. He says the ambitions he has and for the quality and talent he has, the fact that he has never won a Ballon d'Or feels wrong. He has all the conditions to do it, but I don't know what's happened. Maybe some things are more important to him than the game, I don't know. But you see now, he's not as fit as he used to be. I always say that I would be very disappointed if I were him. We're going to let Jules defend his best friend Neymar here.
It's not about defending. I think we all agree that if you look at the 14-15 season with Barcelona, the one that they end up winning the Champions League, Neymar is incredible that season. And back then, it looks like, yes, he was the next one to come after Messi and Cristiano and all of that. And we all thought that he could become that player. He could become the best in the world without even a debate. Things haven't just turned that way. Was the move to Paris right? Maybe, maybe not. Has he lost his way a little bit along the way? Certainly. I think he will admit that he's been tough at times. Maybe had he stayed, he would have not struggled in the way that he did at times in Paris, or maybe he would still have struggled. I don't know. The fight is now it's too late. I mean, Fabio Aurelio can say whatever he wants. I mean, I don't even know who Fabio Aurelio is really compared to Neymar in terms of talent and all of that. But that's not the point here. The point is that, yeah, of course, we all expected more and better from Neymar, and he hadn't got to that level. And now it's too late.
Popes, what do you reckon, Ali?
When you evaluate Neymar and his career, it's so very difficult. It's not very straightforward. It's very nuanced, and because there's no doubt that the talent level was for him to be at an elite level for a long, long period of time. And while we still think of him as elite because of what we've seen him do on the field, the results don't actually match that level of performance. The results don't actually match the expectations. And the expectations with Brazil, the expectation with PSG. At his time in Barcelona, as good as it was, he was the second guy because, well, Messi was there. And so the move to PSG was supposed to be the liberation of Neymar, the moment in which he becomes his own man, his own player. Here we go, this is my team, this is where we take my career to an entirely different level, the level that we expected him to be. And he didn't get there. And I think for Neymar, that level of expectation, it's a moving target. And while we think that he could and should be better, maybe he's just comfortable where he is. Maybe this is as good as it's going to get. We think he can be better. Maybe in quiet moments, does he have the fire and the drive to get to that point? And I think that's what Fabio Aurelio is getting to, is that we would all give everything we have to have the talent that Neymar has. Because you would think, if I match that talent with my work rate, man, I'm unstoppable. But I never had that talent. You never had that talent, Shaq, right? And so for us lesser players, when we see a talented player like Neymar, elite level sort of talent, that he's not matching the expectations, that he's not really maximizing what he can be, it is frustrating. Because you wish you had that position. You wish you were in his body and say, all right, just give me that one, buddy. Just give it to me for a year, and I'll make it work. I'll sort out the rest of my career after that. Give me that sort of talent, and I'll do the rest. I think at times Neymar has taken his talent for granted.
Are you jealous that somebody else has been criticising him for that?
No, I'm happy to have somebody else on the bandwagon. Listen, the thing for me is, I always feel that Neymar's energies have been misdirected, if I can put it that way. And you look back over the course of his career, Jules mentioned the 2014-2015 season, where I think he was the heir apparent to Lionel Messi. And even if you want to go a little bit further back, that injured in 2014 World Cup, which had to impact him. And then Brazil go crashing out in 2018. the move to PSG never felt like a good footballing decision, but it was packaged as needing to get out from the shadow of Lionel Messi to win the Ballon d'Or. Again, and that is just misdirected, in my opinion, when we're talking about the game. When we talk about the game, you're talking about lifting the biggest of silverware available to you, not individual trophies, individual accolades. And so it didn't feel right, and the way it's worked out, it wasn't right. And now you come into criticism, and rather than try to address that criticism on the field, you are taking pot shots at everybody who dares to criticize you. And while, to Jules's point, Fabio Aurelio doesn't have Neymar's talent, the two most criticized players in today's football are Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Yet every single other person on the planet is below them talent-wise. That's a part, when you are that quality of player, that's a part of the job. Just enduring that criticism and proving it otherwise, or disproving it on the park. Yet he wants to disprove it any other way but on the park. And so, which is why I have no sympathy at all with Neymar, because his energies continue to be directed entirely in the wrong place. And until he accepts that this is who he is, and this comes as part and parcel of being an elite player in today's game, I don't think he ever gets it back on track. I don't think he ever gets back to being that player that we all thought he could be in 2015.